Welcome to His Stories with Bill, about how God takes us through His creative process.
It's portraying an emotion, it's portraying a truth. It's everything for me is about encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to encourage people, to encourage somebody who's down. I want my work to touch them and go, yeah, I can keep going. So sometimes I get a picture in my head. Sometimes I get lines of a poem, usually at about 3:30 in the morning.
Oh my goodness, is that real?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that happens to me frequently.
Hmm.
So, and then I have to write it down, because if I don't write it
Okay.
down, I'll lose it. So I'm up at 3:30 in the morning typing on my phone a few lines, and then I've got it.
Mhm.
And but sometimes it's simply a color. A certain color will start, how can I say it? I start seeing, feeling a color, and I go, okay, what does that color mean to me? What is it making me feel?
Mhm.
And so I'll start connecting in that way, or I'll get a feeling of joy. Okay, I'm feeling joy. What can I do to express that? So I work at it from many different angles. I don't have one particular pattern of what I do. I don't work in just acrylics, just watercolor. I work in whatever medium says what I want it to say.
Like in the middle
I
of the
do-
night, I want to push through
Go ahead.
this idea of your color thing. Um, that's just so unique to me as a Christian. So let's say, for example, you felt, well, maybe you could give us an example. Like, for example, maybe one of the last times that happened, what color was it and what did you feel? And walk us through that. I'm just very curious about that.
Okay, so I have a painting that I did within the month of April.
Okay.
It's a bluish sky with streaks of clouds across, and there's grasses blowing in the front of it.
Mm.
And if people want to check out my work, everything gets posted one album per year on Facebook.
Okay.
So if they want to check this out, they can do that.
And you also have a
Um,
YouTube channel, don't you?
yes, I
Okay.
have a YouTube channel under my own name, Adelaide Doyle.
Okay. So if they just
Um,
searched in YouTube Adelaide Doyle, there's no unique spelling about your last name then.
no,
You
it's
can,
Dyle. Yeah.
and they can find you easily then. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so I started getting this sense of almost a minty blue in the sky,
Mint blue.
and I was
Okay.
getting that feel of like springtime. I could feel the wind blowing, and for me, the wind represents Holy Spirit moving.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm feeling the wind, I'm going, what are you saying to me? Okay.
Right.
So I was getting I was getting all this feel of the color of this springtime blue
Mm-hmm.
and the wind, and not like a gale force wind.
No, right. A gentle
There's
breeze, like
Yeah.
yeah.
And so I'm going, what is that saying? And actually can't even tell you right now what all the words to the poem are, because
That's okay.
that was
I
that was
don't.
a few poems ago.
I don't want to put you in a spot, but go ahead and walk us through that then. Once you
Well,
had the
I just
poem,
start
then
painting.
you started painting, huh? Did you
I
paint
had
first on this
yeah,
one, or did you
on this one I painted first.
first? Okay.
I just started putting on the sky color,
Okay.
and then I did the clouds on top of that,
Okay.
and put a little bit of iridescent color in the clouds so they sparkle a bit
Yeah.
to give that same feeling of lightness.
Uh-huh.
And then I put grasses in, and then I put some taller grasses that flow. It looks like a fairly simple picture.
Hmm.
And then I was writing, if you want, I can even look up the poem.
Oh yeah, feel free to read it to us. We would love to have you read it to us.
Okay. called Winds. Lift your face, let the breezes caress through your hair, enticing you to smile. Smell the fragrance of the grasses as they wave and weave with each breath and flutter. Hear the music as it dances lightly, note by happy note, singing life into your soul. Let the winds bring you higher into free joy.
Beautiful, Adelaide. And so then you dovetail through YouTube these two together, then, huh?
Right. What I do is I create the painting.
Mm-hmm.
I make a short video of the painting on my easel.
Okay.
I read the audio of the poem, and then I send all of that to my friend in Portugal who is a tech person, and he puts it all together into a video that goes up on the channel.
Beautiful. I love that. And this all started in the middle of the night. God gave you a color, and you begin feeling things with your relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And I ask him, what is it you want me to say? What is it that you want me to connect? Or even sometimes a particular person, God, what do you want to say to them? And so then I will go through that same sort of process.
Okay.
And sometimes I get the words first and I write the poem. And then I go, okay, how can I paint that to portray this?
Okay. So in that case, you get the poem first, and then you're in sometimes, right? And in that case, you take that poem then, and you say, okay, now with your easel in front of you, your medium in front of you, you begin asking the Lord, Lord, how can I portray this poetry in a visual way?
I usually start asking it and then just sit and let what shows up in my head show up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's exciting.
And then I have to do it fairly quickly, because if I let the thing sit, it gets more and more and more complex.
And complex isn't necessarily the best thing when you get to art. And it's like me painting and I start adding more colors. It just ends up in mud sometimes, and I just give it up.
You have to. I try and keep things fairly simple.
Yeah.
Like I love people who paint in complete realism. It's beautiful.
Right.
But it's not me.
No, not at all. For me too.
So I try and keep things fairly simple so that it's easy for people to go, oh, I know what that is, and they can connect with it.
Very cool. Wow. That's amazing, Adelaide. I have a different process completely, but in my humble opinion, God's very creative, and He treats us each uniquely how He wants to communicate with us in a very personal way. So that's
absolutely.
Yeah, it's so exciting. Well, let's shift gears a little bit then. And have you ever experienced any tension or conflict between you and your creative vision, and even your process, let's say, too, for some of the norms that may be set already in a church or your community?
Absolutely. I am a unique person, and I'm very aware of that. But there is an expectation that, okay, you're going to paint, it's going to have to look like this. Like, I have done a lot of abstract as well.
Okay.
And some people will go, oh, that's really amazing, that really speaks to me. And other people kind of go, huh? You know?
Exactly.
They don't get it, and it doesn't touch them. Well, that's okay.
Right.
It's not for them then.
And exactly.
But yeah, that we expect you to do this. We expect you, because you're an artist, you're going to do it like this. You're going to be like this. You're going to, like, one of my best friends is an artist.
Okay.
And she paints extremely good realism. Like, her technical skills are way beyond mine. And that's okay. That's great, because that's who she is.
Exactly.
You know, she's forever trying to loosen up her work, you know.
Now,
But
and let's make certain we understand too. This is not just any person, but this is a Christian friend of yours. Is that correct?
absolutely, yes,
Okay, right.
very
Uh-huh.
much a Christian friend.
And
She,
how did she go through the process? Very differently, I would guess, than what
she
she
often takes a
experienced with you.
photograph.
Okay,
She takes a photograph and goes, "This, I feel this. This speaks to me about something."
okay.
And she will paint not quite the photo,
Hmm.
but if you held the photo up, you could go, "Yeah, I see where you got your inspiration from."
Because she paints in realism,
Yeah,
so
and she's
that's
very
understood.
comfortable working that way.
Right, right. Okay,
And I applaud her for
sure.
doing it her way.
Not wrong,
Yeah,
just different. God does it
yeah.
differently for different people. I like that.
That's something I really had to learn.
Hmm.
The Lord really had to show me because
Mm.
when I first started seeing digital art, I'm
Hmm.
like, "Well, that's not real art because you're just on a computer, you know." And
Right,
God really had to correct me on that.
right.
In that, uh, it's still the same creativity within the heart and soul,
Sure, sure.
and it's coming out in a different medium. That's awesome.
Hmm.
And so for now, when I look at digital art, I love it. I'm amazed by it.
Mm.
You know,
Hmm.
especially not as a technical person.
Right.
I I would have a hard
You're
time doing
amazed
that.
that it can happen. That
But the Lord had to correct me.
okay.
There are no wrong ways
Yeah.
of doing art and expressing.
Hmm. Well,
There may be ways that I like, ways that I don't like, but that doesn't make it wrong.
yeah, right. Getting back
And
to
it humbles me a great deal to like,
so in light of all these comments and getting back to the community environment,
uh-huh,
i.e., the church specifically, if resources were no problem, if rules were no problem, if creativity was a priority, what would be this kind of setting that you would love to have um, that's maybe different than what you're experiencing right now?
that's an interesting. I would love to see space for children to. We have a whole pile of children in our
Mm.
church, and I would love to see a space where they could, during the worship, during the music, during the sermon, even
Mm-hmm.
where they could be expressing artistically what they're feeling, what they're experiencing,
Right, right.
because they feel God the same as adults do.
Sure, sure.
They experience His presence, and I would love to see them be able to. I mean, logistically in our building, there isn't space for that,
Mm.
but that's something that I would love to see where people can, okay, this music is going on, you want to go over in that corner and dance because you want to just be you and God over there, do
Mm-hmm.
that. You want to
Mm-hmm.
lay down on the floor, do that.
Right.
You want to express with painting, you want to express with writing, have the freedom to do all that.
Right.
So,
Mm.
yeah, that my ideal church would probably be a building 8 times the size that we have.
Well, who knows? Maybe someday God will provide.
Yeah.
So,
But for me, the whole process is not whether I'm in the church or not in the church. I connect to God for me, Him and me.
hmm. Well, maybe this could be an experience for your church or with your church to do something in a different building, but in community with the church, so to speak. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Hmm.
That would have to be led by the leadership of the church.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah,
With their approval, of course. Yeah.
yeah. And for them, I pray God lead them the way you want them to go to
Right.
lead the whole body.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know,
Huh. Well, that's exciting. Well, Adelaide, it's been great talking to you. I know this is a different kind of topic than what we anticipated a little bit, but I love talking about your process. Of all my Christian friends, of all my Christian art friends, you're the only one that takes it through a process very specifically related to color. And I find every time I talk to you, I find this whole topic extraordinarily fascinating, and it's been a pleasure to talk with you about this today. And
Well, the color speaks to me.
yes, and I see that so clearly now, and I appreciate our conversation today. This is
Yeah, it's been good.
yeah, this has been Bill with his stories with Adelaide today, and we will probably do this again because I've enjoyed it so much. So.